Good morning, children. Let us see now the next disaster, that is lightning. Now, have you seen a flash of lightning in the sky? Now, the answer must be yes only. And when do we see? Normally, we see it in the rainy season. More of the lightning is seen in the rainy season, but sometimes, due to changes in the weather, in some other season also we can see the lightning. Now, what causes lightning? Let us see that. Now, when air and the clouds, they rub against each other in the sky. Now, upper part of some cloud on the upper side becomes positively charged and the lower side becomes negatively charged. So, when this negative charge on the bottom of the cloud becomes much larger than the charge on the ground, it starts flowing towards the ground in stages. So, this happens very fast in much less than a second, and heat, light and sound energy are produced along with the electric current. So you must have seen that you see the lightning in the sky, and after some time you hear the thunder. So sound is also produced, and when this lightning it falls on a tree or some animal, you can see that it is completely burnt out. So that is happens because the heat is also generated when the lightning takes place. Now, also we have seen the generation of the electric charge and the lightning strikes in the static electricity. So in this chapter, now let us learn about the lightning and the measures for the protection of it. Now let us see these wonderful things about the lightning. Now lightning temperature, it is more intense than the sun. So not all lightning strikes the ground. In fact, about 95% of the lightning flashes are limited to the sky. Only 5% of the lightning reaches the ground. Now lightning, it can be generated within one cloud, between two clouds, or between a cloud and the ground. So about 40 lightning flashes occur per second in the atmosphere. Now the temperature generated by the lightning is higher than that of the sun. So due to this high temperature, the air under high pressure expands suddenly and the loud crashing sound is heard. Now these lightning strikes open ground maximum times. Now the world's mortality rate due to the lightning is low. However, survivors of the lightning strikes suffer long-term effects. Now immediate treatment of the lightning affected person can save their life. Now the study of the places struck with lightning show that it happens more on open ground than under a tree or near water. Now mishaps, they have occurred most often when a person is at a high place or near a tall object. Now, what are the precautions that you should take during the thunderstorms? So we should not stand on open ground or below a tree because it attracts lightning more. Do not go to a high location or climb a tree. Do not stand near an electric pole, a telephone pole, a tower, etc. Then do not lean on wired fences around a farm, a compound, a garden, or a house. If you are on a two-wheeler, a bicycle, a tractor, or a boat, get off immediately and go to the safe place. Do not gather all together in one place. Take care to keep a distance of 15 feet between any two persons. Do not use plug in electrical appliances. Do not use a mobile or a telephone. Stand on dry wood, a plastic sheet, sack or jute cloth or dry leaves. Keep your feet together. Support yourself on soles of your feet, placing your hands on your knees and crouch low. Swimmers or the fishermen should immediately come out of the water. And the Pakka house, it is the safest house. Find out if there is a lightning conductor or any tall building near your house. If necessary, get a lightning conductor fitted on your house. So these are the 11 precautions that you should take during the thunder and the lightning. And about the lightning conductor, that we have already studied in the previous chapter. Now let us next see about the next disaster, that is the volcano. Now the volcano you must have seen on TV. So now it is a natural event or the phenomena. Now all of you know have studied in geography, the interior of the earth is very hot. The movement of the hot substances continuously occur from the interior towards the surface of the earth. As a result, sometimes the solid, liquid and gaseous substances below the earth's crust are pushed towards the crust. So when these substances come out of the earth's crust in an eruption and start flowing, it is called as the volcano. Now, what are the effects of this volcano? The chemical substances such as lava, vapor, hot mud, sulfur, etc. get collected on the surface of the earth and thereby mountains and hills are created. Now the atmosphere gets polluted due to the ash and the gases ejected by the volcano. So often it rains as a result of the volcanic eruption. Now the temperature rises due to hot gases. Now the forests and the settlements get buried under the hot mud. Now these volcanoes, they can erupt in the sea as they do on the land. Now the same substances that is coming out during the eruption of the volcano on the land are ejected during the eruption of volcano in the sea. So some islands are created due to the eruption of the volcano in the sea. So that group of islands you can see in some of the seas, that is due to the volcanic eruptions at the bed of the sea. Now it is not possible to prevent the eruption of the volcano, to stop it after it's erupted or to control it. However, by means of science and technology, it is possible to predict an eruption and to take immediate steps for the disaster management. Is that clear to all of you? Now the next one is here about the tsunami. Now tsunami, you know, tsunami before that tsunami, we will see what do you mean by the earthquake. Now earthquake, all of you know, the breaking of the land, surface of the land, it is called as the earthquake. Now what will happen if an earthquake and the volcanic eruption occur at the bottom of the sea? So when the earthquake and the volcanic eruptions occur at the bottom of the sea, then the energy released pushes the water upwards. So as a result of this, a peculiar type of waves are formed, and these waves, they move at the velocity of 800 to 900 kilometer per hour. So when they reach a coastal area, their velocity is reduced, but their height is found to have increased tremendously, even to about 30 meters. So such a wave generated by the earthquake or the volcano during an ocean occurring in an ocean flow is called as the tsunami. So this tsunami, it is a Japanese word, means harbor plains. Now what are the destructive effects of the tsunami? Now the destructive effects of the tsunami are as follows. Buildings and constructions are destroyed. There is a large scale loss of life and financial loss. Boats and ships near the coast get damaged. Trees get uprooted. Landslides take place on a large scale. Changes take place in the original land near the coast, giving rise to swamps. Then traffic obstruction arise. Then the business or the industry related to the sea are adversely affected and normal day-to-day life is disrupted. Then large-scale damage is caused to harbors. So what are the precautionary measures when the tsunami takes place? So when a tsunami wave is formed due to an earthquake on the sea floor, it is necessary that an immediate estimate is made of its progress and warning of the danger is issued to the people in the coastal area. For this purpose, an artificial geostationary satellite is of great use, and people can be made aware and should be made to move away from the coast. Now the next one is here, last one. Last disaster is about the storms. So what gives rise to storm? Now storms here, we have already learnt about the formation of the storms and their effects. And what shall we do if you are suppose you are caught in a storm? So for this year, always remember regularly cut down trees or the branches that are likely to fall and cause damage. If you are outside, take shelter in a safe place. If you are away from home, inform your close relatives and friends about your exact location. At home, shut the valves of the gas regulators and turn off the electric supply. Make telephone calls to warn your relatives and friends about the probable danger. Tell them to go to a safer place. Now give temporary shelter to people who are far away from the home. Now, the United Nations established a standing international organization in 1965. About 177 nations from all over the world are members of this UNDP. One of the main functions of this organization is to send equipment, financial aid, and also volunteers to the place of disaster. Now, this one 13th October, it is celebrated as the International Day for the Disaster Recognition. So this way we have seen the 8 disasters and the how it causes and what are the preventive measures for it.